What's good, everyone? We're back for the round 21 review. So, as you can see, we scored 2,526 this week. A little bit down for the round rank from last week, but yeah, about 14,000th. And we did move up a bit in the overall rank, so 459th, so still top 500. Will I finish top 500 for the season? I'm not sure, but will I finish top 1,000? Look, it seems likely. I'm not exactly sure what about 1,000th is ranked at right now, or how many points they're on. Right, 1,000th rank is ranked at 1,000th, but anyway, yeah. So yeah, I'm not sure how many points I've got on them, but there's only 3 rounds left, so I guess we'll see. But yeah, my page is kind of lagging right now because I'm trying to do all this. But anyway, we'll press this classic if it can load. Should I just refresh? No, I think it'll be fine. We'll just keep on going. And wait, how's you guys' week been? Mine was pretty good. Or weekend even. Mine was pretty good. I did not watch too much football though. I must say. I haven't been for the last month, since I ran out of trades. Because I just get kind of like, there's no real incentive, like maybe you can say looking forward to SuperCoach 2025, but I'm not that hardcore, maybe I am, but anyway, this is taking forever. I'm not sure why it's not loading. Here it goes. Okay, so as we're on to here, so here we are. So as you can see, we were definitely aided by the captaincy of one man only, Marcus Bontempelli, 182. He was on, 110 halfway through the second quarter. I think he was on 116 halfway through the second quarter. But then, by the end of the second quarter, at the halftime, he was on 114. So he actually got scaled back a few points. If he was on that trajectory, he literally could have scored 250, to be honest. But, hey, it is what it is. You obviously take 182, not going to frown at that. Definitely not. So, the team actually went quite well this week. Every single one of my defenders and every single one of my midfielders turned up. And Tristan Cherry went massive in the ruck. Grundy went a bit below himself. And then none of my forwards turned up, though. That was a big thing, especially these two. Seriously. If you told me at the start of the year that in my final team I'd have Charlie Canner and Shea Bolton, I probably would have believed it because the forward line's kind of weak this year. But I would have expected these two to put out more than a combined 91. Seriously. Abhorrent. Abhorrent. Anyway, I'll take you guys through how many games. Okay, firstly, how many did I watch? I think I watched half of this game. I didn't watch any of this game. I watched a quarter of North Melbourne Richmond. I didn't watch any of these Saturday games. I watched a half of the GWS Hawthorn game, and I didn't watch any of these games. I reckon I watched maybe 5 quarters in total across the weekend. So I don't have too much of an insight as to how most people played. But I was checking the scores a little bit, but I wasn't really watching too much. So, okay, yeah, anyway. These guys, all did well. I did see Hayden Young kick the 2 goals, especially one from the centre bounce. That was crazy. But, yeah, no, that was nice to see, definitely. And, yeah, Houston 105. I know he wasn't doing too well during the game, but he managed to, I think, kick a few goals late. So, that did help. Let me check. Yeah, he kicked 2 goals late. Wow, that was his first goal since round 10 against Hawthorn. That's insane. Yeah, when he kicked 3 in that game. That's crazy. Because he is a bit of a goal-kicking defender. I know he is a defender, but he's a bit of a goal-kicker. Yeah, anyway. So that's that. In that beat-up of Sydney, what a demolition job. Crazy. Let's see. Luke Ryan finally had another good game. He has not been playing well the last few weeks, but good comeback from him. Who else is there? Okay, yeah, Butters went well as well. Again, didn't see any of this game, but again, you would assume a lot of Port Adelaide players went well, given the scoreline. Davies Uniacke went well. Yes, Cherry is in that game. Goulden at least he turned up in their loss. Sarong went, oh yeah, that was a 1-point game. I think I saw the highlights of the last 2 minutes of this game. Essendon Fremantle. But yeah, Sarong went okay. I think Merritt was getting tagged a little bit, or at least some attention. But anyway, 116 is fine. Rosie 108 is good. Walsh 108 is good. And yeah, Dacos 101 is fine. Sheezer 105 was fine as well. And Nick Martin 104, good to see him turn up. For guys that I didn't cover there. And Dowling 44. I think this is his lowest score. Is it his lowest score so far? It is, yeah, it's his lowest score. So, against Geelong, I think they lost that game, didn't they? But it was close. And, he's got a pretty difficult fixture for the last three. Bulldogs, Port Adelaide, Sydney. Sydney maybe aren't that difficult, given how they've been playing recently, but at least these two teams are in some serious form. Western Bulldogs and Port Adelaide. So, yeah, we'll see how that goes. Anyway, here's just my cover, though. So, yeah. Then into the rucks again, Cherry, dominant again. Is he the All-Australian ruckman? I'm not sure. I think... so who's it out of? I think it's out of Max Gawn, Brodie Grundy, Tristan Cherry. So obviously Max Gawn I traded out for Tristan Cherry. So maybe I'm a bit biased now for Cherry, but I did also used to have Gawn. So I'm not sure. I've also got Grundy. So I'm not sure. I guess it will really depend on how these last 3 weeks go. Because Sydney, if Sydney may not even finish top 4 if they keep playing this bad. They probably will. Will they finish first though? They're only 2 points ahead of Brisbane. It's not guaranteed. It's definitely not guaranteed. So, yeah, I'm not sure. They wanted to rest Brodie Grundy, but you can't rest Brodie Grundy anymore. You may not even finish top 4 if you do that, So, I really don't think they can. They still might. I guess it depends. What's their fixture like? So, they did have Adelaide in the last game. We just saw that. Collingwood this week. Essendon. Essendon are playing for finals. I guess Collingwood are still as well. Adelaide aren't really. But... yeah, or Sydney Adelaide in the last round. Was that the same? No, Sydney Adelaide played in the second last round last year. I think that was the matchup, wasn't it? With the Ben Keys supposed goal. I think it was. Anyway, so that'll be interesting. But yeah, Grundy playing against his old team this week. So he'll want to show out, hopefully. Okay, anyway. So that's that. And then Flanders. Yeah, geez. First time this year. Dropping below 100. Crazy. Yeah, I wonder what the longest streak was. He did it, for 21 straight games? Or 20 straight games, I think? Or maybe it was 19, actually, because they had 2 buys. But anyway, 19 straight games. So, yeah, that's insane. And a pretty easy run to finish off the year, to be completely honest with you, for Gold Coast. So... he should go well here, Sam Flanders. If anyone's got Matt Rowell, I think Matt Rowell's been heating up the last few weeks. You may want to hold on to him. You definitely might. Zorko 96, I think he was going well in the first half of this game. Again, I wasn't watching it, but I checked the scores a little bit. I guess the ball just didn't really come back to the defense, They absolutely demolished St Kilda. Quite a few close games, but also a few demolition jobs this round, how many? So 1, 2, 3 blowouts. But then, one close game, and this was a pretty close game at the end, I think. I didn't see the final bit, but I think it was relatively close. So it's the other 6 were pretty much all close games. There wasn't really many, 20, 30 point mid-tier kind of games. It was pretty much blowouts or close games. Anyway, that's just another point. But yeah, Dylan Moore, he was going pretty well. I thought he might turn up. I guess he didn't. I only watched the first half of this game, so he was going pretty well there. Maybe he did fade out in the second half. Heaney 75, fall from grace, I think this is really why Sydney aren't going that well, because, they had their midfield trio in the first half of the year. Goulden, Heaney, Warner, going absolutely exceptional. I think Goulden's still doing alright, but I think Heaney and Warner's output have certainly dropped a lot. So, yeah, that's kind of led to this. 3 sub-tons in a row. Crazy. So, yeah, he was up nearly at 700k at one point, wasn't he? Or 660, I guess. So, yeah, that's pretty wild. But, yeah, now down to 500. Probably will go under 500k this week. So, anyway. And Cano, 33. Look, I know he's got an ankle injury, but it's just not good enough. Do you want to be the Coleman medalist for a 3rd time in a row? Come on, be a history maker. Seriously, do you want that? Do you want it? That's what I'd ask, really. Against Collingwood as well. A pretty decently easy matchup. I know it was Pendle's 400th, and they were probably, emotional, so they played well and everything, but still, you got to do better than that. Okay, Kerner now got Hawthorn this week. Jesse Hogan did kind of feast on Hawthorn. So, look, Kerner, if he's going to want to win the Coleman medal, he's got Jesse Hogan hot on his back. So, he's going to have to play well now. He definitely is. So, yeah, that's pretty much that. He's got a decently easy schedule. Hawthorn aren't the easiest matchup, but they're probably not the most difficult either, at least for key forwards, especially. West Coast and St Kilda are also pretty easy. So, And yeah, you're going to want to meet Coleman. So, and Carlton might not even make the finals. So they're going to need to play their best players. They're in the 8th right now. That's crazy. Crazy. For what some people considered, the best or second best team. Well, them and Sydney, 5 weeks ago, were considered like the top 2 teams. Now, Sydney might not even make the top 4. Carlton might not even make finals. That's crazy. And Shea Bolton, like, what are we doing? What are we doing? This is absurd. Like, seriously. 58 on North Melbourne. Was that his lowest score this year? No, he got 56 on Carlton. 36 on Fremantle. Why did I trade this guy in? He hasn't turned up since round 5. Oh my gosh. But he just doesn't get near it. Like 12 disposals against North Melbourne. Like, he's already packed his bags. Where's he heading to? West Coast or something? He's already packed his bags. Like, seriously, you scored 133 on St Kilda early this year. I'm expecting the same. Seriously. Unacceptable. Unbelievable. I was honestly considering, should I just play Dowling over Bolton? But, Bolton actually did score more this round. To be honest, so Dowling's got Western Bulldogs. Bolton's got St Kilda. Oh, and they're so close in time. They're only, 50 minutes away from each other, so I can't really see what one person scores. So I'm going to have to play Bolton again. But anyway, it is what it is. Is Joe Richards going to come back this week? Probably not, because Collingwood won. So, yeah, probably not. Anyway, that's just that, though. 3 weeks left, so not long to go now. So, yeah, Will Dawson might come back into the team. I haven't checked how he's been doing in the VFL, but I know that Griffin Logue has gotten injured now. So, like, a key defender, maybe Will Dawson does come in to replace him. I'm not too sure. I'm not really sure where he's in the pecking order, but, yeah, that's just that. And, let's see, that's pretty much that, I would say. Okay, so captaincy-wise this week. Now, let's take a look. Also, if you guys just look at some of these, I was looking into some of these just before the DFS. Who's got a good run home? Inside midfielder-wise, you're probably looking at, I guess, a Sydney, but Sydney aren't even playing that well. Probably a Gold Coast. So if you've got a Matt Rowell, I'd hang on to him. He's been, playing well the last few weeks. As well, Ruckline. Where's Cherry? So Cherry's got +5, so he's got a good run to come. Although Gold Coast, Jared Witch is pretty difficult. Collingwood, I think, isn't the hardest, and Jordan Sweet should be pretty decent matchup as well. Collingwood, Essendon, no one's probably got their rucks, though. St Kilda, so Rowan Marshall's got a really good run as well, if you've got him. Anyone else? Bailey Williams, no one's really got him. Like Sydney? Sydney are negatives, that's Brody Grundy. Max Gawn, so they're a little bit negative as well. Who else do people have in the ruck? I'm not sure. Luke Jackson, but he's more of a key forward anyway. How are they doing? I know Jackson did not go well this week either. My -1.21. Okay, anyway, designated kickers. So West Coast, no one's really got their guys. So Bailey Dowell is pretty negative if you've got him. Anyone else? Gold Coast, no one's really got their guys though. Alex Sexton, but he's not even a premium really. Anyone else really of significance? Not that I can think of. No one's a real standout run here that any team's got for designated kickers. Anyway, so going back to this now. Okay, so Sheasel against West Coast, that's a good matchup. And I've got 3 good North Melbourne players, so I'm going to have to weigh up who I want in that game. The Dacos against Sydney, they'll probably send like a Jordan term or something, so I wouldn't. Young against Geelong is a decent matchup. Young's been playing well as well the last few weeks. He wasn't going too well early in the season, but look, 5 tons in a row. What's his last 5-week average? It looks pretty good. Yeah, 117 in the last 5 weeks. That's really good. So yeah, really happy with that pick there. And okay, let's see who else is there. Nick Martin against Gold Coast, not going to captain him. Luke Ryan against Geelong, not going to captain him. Houston against Melbourne, probably not going to captain him either. Okay, Bontempelli against Adelaide. He didn't score super well when he was at Adelaide Oval a few weeks ago playing Port, so I probably won't look to go him. Butters against Melbourne. They'll probably send a Neil Bullen to him, so I probably won't. Davies Uniacke against West Coast. So again, I've got to weigh up these North Melbourne guys. I think they've all, they could all go 150 plus here. Maybe all 3 of them do. I reckon probably 2 of the 3 will. No, I don't know. But I reckon probably 1 will go well. Goulden against Collingwood could be a good matchup. He played them early in the year, didn't he? They did 109. That was at the MCG though. This is at the SCG. I'm not sure. Sarong against Geelong is an okay matchup. It's at Optus. Probably wouldn't look to captain. Merritt against Gold Coast. Could you look there? It's at Marvel. So Gold Coast obviously don't play well away from home. They did just come off a loss though. But I mean, they still don't play well away from home. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe Merritt. Rosie against Melbourne. Probably not going to captain him. Walsh against Hawthorn. Probably not. Cherry. So yeah, he's one of the guys I'd look at certainly. Grundy against his old team. What did he score against them earlier this year? 70, yeah, because it was at the MCG. So this one is at the SCG though. And obviously Sydney are going to need to actually fight back and do something. But they're saying Grundy needs a rest. So that makes me think he's tired. So I'm probably not going to captain him. Flanders, again, pretty safe. Obviously went under the ton this week. But he is pretty safe for the most part. So I think you could definitely just go him as a fullback. Sorko against GWS, a bit of a tougher matchup, so I'll probably avoid. Moore against Carlton is a decent matchup as well. You could go him. Yeah, probably not though. Yeah, probably not going to captain him. Heaney, not going to captain him. He's been in too bad form. Kerno against Hawthorn, not going to captain him. Bolton against St Kilda, not going to captain him. And then Dawson against West Coast is again a good matchup. It is. You know, same with Charlie Zaro. It's a good matchup against West Coast. Zach Reid against Gold Coast. I mean, he's injured, so he's probably not going to play. Dowling, who will play, most likely, against Western Bulldogs. But Western Bulldogs have been in such a good form, I wouldn't look to captain him. Kynan Brown against Port Adelaide, wouldn't look to captain him. You know, yeah, it's too hard a matchup. Vicentini against Melbourne, Max Gawn, not going to captain him. Richards against Sydney, not going to captain him. Livingston against North, it's away from home, it's in Tasmania, so not going to captain him. Yeah, I don't even know sometimes, why do I go through these rookies? Like, even if Will Dawson had the dream matchup, even if Kynan Brown had the dream matchup, would I actually captain him? I'm not sure I would. Even if, like, he had the best matchup all the time, would I still captain him? I'm not sure. Probably not. And, like, Kynan Brown, who's played 2 games and was sub in both of them, would I actually captain him? I'm not sure. Anyway. But you've got to go through everyone, you know. You've got to exhaust all the options. You can't just like skip over people. So that's why I do it. Anyway, I think from all of that, I am looking at some of the North guys, as I probably said like 5 times. But anyway, he scored 131 against them early in the year. Coming off 2 big games as well. Hasn't dropped below 100 since round 10. Crazy. I think we're going to go VC Cherry. Yeah, I think we'll do that. And then we'll go captaincy. So that's 145. We may go captain on... I guess a Bont. But... I mean, he didn't do too well at Adelaide Oval. But Adelaide are also West and Port Adelaide. And I reckon Bulldogs will win this game now. Compared to they lost to Port Adelaide. Did they play early in the season? I don't think they did. Yeah, no, they did not. Okay. Maybe... I mean, Bontempelli is also very safe. Him or Merritt, I reckon. I think Merritt's a good option as well. I reckon it'll be either Bont or Merritt I'll go captaincy on. I'm not sure who. But I'll do it on one of them. I reckon. I'm not sure. Who's projected more? Merritt by a little bit. Bont only projected the 110. Yeah, I'm not sure. I reckon we'll just do this, though. I'll just say Bontempelli for now, just with the form he's in. And yeah, he's quite safe. Merritt could potentially drop a 70 or an 80. We have seen that before. I don't think he will, though, given this one's at Marvel. Yeah. Where's his bad scores been at? The MCG. Yeah, he tends to go a bit better at Marvel, it looks like, for the most part. But he has gone well at the MCG as well. Yeah, he has. He scores well everywhere. But yeah, we'll go Cherry. Hopefully it's done after Cherry. Hopefully we don't need a backup or anything. Yeah, he's just been insane recently. And we'll loop with... Who can we loop with? Vicentini, I guess. Yeah. Well, yeah, we'll just do this. Well, maybe not, because Grundy plays early. We can probably just use Kynan Brown and Sam Walsh. No, actually, I don't want to use that because I want to keep the emergency on Dowling. I'll probably use Livingston. No, they're playing that game. Okay, this is actually difficult then. No, I'll just go Zach Reed and... Yeah, I'll go Zach Reed and Dan Houston. They're playing on the Saturday night. That'll be fine. Yeah, so I'll just do it like this. For context. So I'll just loop like this. That will be fine. Yep. Okay. I'll put the emergency back on and sub him. Alright. And yeah, Will Dawson might play this week. I'm not sure. But anyway, that's pretty much that. Thank you guys all so much for watching this video. And I will see you in the next one.